Hello everyone. In this session we will see how to use the Astra Proxy Service and also Astra Traffic Collector in order to capture the traces using Firefox browser. To do so, the prerequisite would be that you need to have Docker Desktop installed. You can follow this documentation, and for your Mac, Linux or Windows OS, you can install the Docker Desktop, and also you need to have the uh, Astra CLI downloaded, and using which you are going to spin up Astra Proxy Service container as well as Astra Traffic Collector container. Here, note that as a prerequisite, you will also need the Firefox browser. You can download the Firefox browser. Yeah, using this link, you can get the Firefox browser for your OS. All right, so prerequisite is that you need to have Docker, you need to have Firefox, and then you need to download the Astra CLI. Now, since I already have the Firefox browser and a Docker as well, so here I can show that uh, I have Docker. Yeah, Docker is also running. Now, I need to download the Astra CLI. So for this, I will click on this link. Here, you will get the different versions of Astra CLI. Pick the latest. This is the latest, and as per your OS, you download the CLI. This is the one which I need to download, Linux AMD64. I'll copy link and uh, download it using a wget command. Yes, it is getting downloaded. All right, download is over. So next up is, for my convenience, let me call it as Astra CLI and then give the permission to execute it. Done. So now you can see the Astra CLI is executable. So let me use the Astra CLI and print out the help. So these are the available commands. Let me first print the instructions and get the instruction to get going. These are the instructions. Yeah, here we have started our execution. So what it says, you need to have Docker. Yes, I have already spoken about this. Since I'm using Linux, it is giving the how to like the link to install the Docker desktop for Linux. And proxy service, the proxy service is needed. How to set it up? I can run a simple command called as Astra CLI proxy quick start on the port P8181 by passing in the env file. So now what should be the env? Env is something like this as it is providing. Let's copy this simply. Copy this and let's create env.env. Done. I have pasted like whatever I have copied. Let me just align this. Alright, so I have aligned it. I have saved it. And what is the next thing that I need to do? Yeah, so for the proxy, I got the env.env, and that's it. And also, I also need to spin up collector, right? If you look at this diagram, sorry, 1 minute. Yeah, if you look at this one, you need to have the proxy service plus Astra Traffic Collector as well, right? So now in order to install the Astra Traffic Collector, the help instruction says that in order to set up the collector service, this is the command, that is okay. Then you need to have the config underscore custom.yaml. So let's create config underscore custom.yaml as given here and copy this content and put it there. So let me copy this as it is, copy. Just be careful to copy. This indentation is very important. This is in YAML format, so where the indentation matters. Okay. All right. So now what is the file? Config underscore custom.yaml. So vi config underscore custom.yaml. All right. So let me copy this. Yeah, I have copied this. Whatever I have copied. Yeah, saved it. Now I have env.env as well as config underscore custom.yaml. Good then. Now let's spin up Astra's proxy service. What is the command? Astra CLI proxy quick start -p8181 -e env.env. But yeah, before launching this, we need the integrations and their IDs, because if you open the env.env, here you see that you need to give the sensor ID, then you need to give the allowed host, then you need to give the Astra Traffic Collector. So yeah, this is already given. Then you need to give collector, client ID, client secret. So yeah, so there are a few information which you need to fill. So how to do that? You need to go to Astra's dashboard, assuming that assuming this is my dashboard, and you need to go to the integrations, and once you go to integrations, be careful of choosing the right workspace. This is really important. And how to choose the right workspace, how do you know? So now basically, let me give a very simple example on how to choose the right workspace. You will be intending to create the traces or create some endpoint for a given target, right? Let's say that I'm using this target, right? So in this target, so this target would have been created under some workspace name. Now you need to select that same workspace, and then you need to proceed with installation of the integrations. I will give another example in detail now. Now, what I have done is I want to, so let's put this very straightforward. I want to create traces for this target. This is the target. Now, this target has been created under API Scanner organization. So now I have also selected API Scanner organization here. Okay. Next step is creating the traffic collector. Let me click on connect. Yeah. Proceed further. Here also it gives a for your information kind of a page where it says this is the selected workspace under which you are creating this integration, and these are the 10 recent targets in this workspace. Now what you will have to check is whether the target to which you are intending to create the traces, is it listed here or not. So this is just a kind of a verification step. Of course, this is the target I am looking forward to create the traces for, and this is they. Great. So this is the right workspace. That means click on continue, and this is non-Kubernetes infra. Click on continue. Give a note. Give a meaningful note. Like why it is getting created, why it is being used. So it will help you to remember tomorrow, like when you want to understand why this integration was created in the first place. So this is a demo collector intended to work with Astra Proxy Service. Yeah, and you can also give a created on date. What is the date? May 13th. All right. Let me click on continue. Yeah, it has created the integration. Integration has been created. So now you need to copy this information: collector ID, client secret. So you can copy this. What is this? Collector underscore ID. You can copy the collector ID and put it here. I have replaced collector ID. Next is I need to give client ID. I'm copying client ID and giving client ID here. And finally, the client secret. I have copied client secret, Control C, and then give client secret here. The token URL remains same, and this remote address identifier header also remains same. Don't modify anything there. Cool, we are done. So let us save this file now. Yeah. So here also, let's click on complete. Great. We have created Astra Traffic Collector. Now we also need to create Astra Proxy Instrumentation, because this is the sensor, and we need that sensor ID. So click on connect, and once again same, check that this is the right workspace. Of course it would have been right because we have already selected right workspace. Give a note: demo sensor to be used with traffic collector using Firefox browser. All right, I have given this. Click on continue. Yes, this is important. Note down this sensor ID, copy this, and edit that same env file. And here in the first line, you can see there is a sensor ID, right? Yes. So let me give the sensor ID here. Let me save it. Great. We have given sensor ID as well as collector ID. All right. Now let's come back in order to proceed with the installation. Uh, please note that there is one more field here called as allowed host. Allowed host is nothing but comma separated host name to trace. So what is the website or the domain that you would like to trace and get the request for? For example, now if you if you go to this target, that is API scanner, this target whatever I have taken, if you go here, you will be having some scope URL right here, https like http bin.org. For any web target, you will have this scope URL. Also here in the beneath, you will have additional host and all those things. So now this is the domain that you want to identify the traces for. That is very clear to you, right? Yes. So then even if you have multiple domains in the form of extra host, no problem. You just take the domain name. Don't take this scheme name HTTPS. Don't take that. Just take the domain name http bin.org and come here, and you can add the traces here. It should be comma separated. I have added. So if you have another host, assuming that you have another host called as http bin1.org, you can feel free to add them here. So just you can save it. Great. So now we have given all the information. Let's proceed further to spin up the Astra's proxy service. So what is the command? Astra CLI proxy quick start -p8181, and let us execute that. Sorry. Yeah. Now, what is this command doing? What it does is it will run the Docker container for Astra Proxy Service, and it will start to listen on 8181. Of course, host being your localhost 8181. So now, what we need to do is, by passing in this env.env which we have created just now by giving sensor ID and all those information, we'll spin up the Astra Proxy Service. You can see what is the Docker command which is being run inside. Just wait until the command execution is completed, because it needs to pull the image, a Docker image of Astra Proxy Service, which is approximately 250 MB in size. Alright, so we have created this. Now let us also create spin up traffic collector. What was the command? Yes, Astra CLI collector quick start. This is the command. Copy this, and we can run this one as well. It will pull the image Astra traffic collector, which is also approximately 250 MB, 250 MB in size. It will run that image. All right. So now let us take once again the CLI's help. What are the different commands? Yeah. Now let us see what are the different subcommands with respect to proxy. You have logs. You can check the logs. You can quick start. We have already done. You can remove, start, stop. Right. So you have different options here. You can also upgrade the image to the latest version as well. Already you have the latest image now, so no need to run that upgrade. So now we can check for proxy status. So what it says, about a minute ago, and it is up and running, right? So up about a minute ago. So this means it is it's up since a minute. Yeah, good then. So it is running, and you can also similarly take help on collector. So these are the different, again, same set of commands are available for collector as well. You can check for status of the collector, and it is also up and running. You can also check for collector logs. Yeah, it says everything is ready, begin running and processing data. Great then. So everything is ready, right? All right. So next step, let us take the instructions once again. Yeah, ensure Docker is already running. Done. We have started both collector and proxy service. Done. Configure your application. Done. So we need to do this step now. That is nothing but we need to open Firefox browser, and just note that, yeah, this is the site, right? This is where we have added the allow host in env.env. Let us start tracing it. Before that, we'll have to go to the settings of Firefox browser, look for proxy, and then click on this settings. Yeah, here you have to click to manual proxy configuration. A proxy name should be localhost and port is 8181. That's where your MITM proxy is listening. And you also please tick this one, also use this proxy for HTTPS. After that, click on OK. All right. So there is one more short step pending. After you do the proxy setting in browser, go to this URL http mitm.it. So this page must open for you if you have configured everything properly. Then you select for Firefox and then you click on get mitm proxy csr.pem. It will download the mitm proxy and then you click on show instruction. Here it will say open options privacy and security, click view certificate, and then you will have to import that certificate which you have downloaded just now, and then you will have to trust that certificate. So please note that this whatever changes you are doing, this is only applicable at browser and it is not applicable at system. So you are not modifying your system certificate settings at all. So yeah, let's go to privacy and security in the browser setting, and then we'll have to scroll down, identify certificate. Here you have, click on view certificate as instructed, click on import, and then you need to click on 1 minute. If I am already imported this MITM, let me check that. Yeah, so it is already there. Just for the sake, I'm going to delete this. Yeah, so first let me delete this. Great. So I have deleted whatever was existing, and now import the downloads. Go to downloads. Yeah, CSR. This is what we have downloaded just now. Click on select. You'll have to click on this first one. Trust the CA to identify websites, and click on OK. Yeah, you are done. Yes, we have clicked on OK. Now, what is the last step? As per your instruction, you need to view traffic analysis. That is nothing but you browse your website http://bin.org, whatever the target website is, and you should be able to see the traces that are getting collected. Now let us do that. Go to https http://bin.org. Why am I going to this site? Because this is the site which I am intending to trace, as well as I have added this to my allow host list in the env.env, right? That's what we have done. Now let us click on some of these things, whatever. No, just I'm randomly or casually exploring this website. That's all. Great. So this is good enough. Just let's make sure that the traces are getting indeed generated. Let me check this. Astra CLI collector logs. Yeah, so you have got all the information. Is it from so this is all from http://bin.org. You are identifying all the traces. Great then. So yep, that's all it for this session. Thank you.